Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Today's date is October 1st, 2020. Welcome to the fourth quarter. Okay, so you wake up this morning and it's nearly an absolute opposite of yesterday morning. Futures seem to be up a little bit. Good deal. So let's see if we can bring home some bacon today. FNGU acted very good yesterday. You can see that we're above the indicator. This was a chart that I was really focused on yesterday, and as you all know, I'm focused on this chart pretty much every day, but really focused on this yesterday. And the reason I was is yesterday the overall market, it took a bit of a nosedive toward the late in the day when they were having trouble passing the stimulus. You know, there was a news announcement that both sides there was a pretty good gap between what they wanted to do. So the market took a little bit of a nosedive. But if you looked and watched this FNGU chart, the big tech, the FANG stocks, they kept us up. Look, the big tech, FANG, that's what's kept us going, and we're not ready to drop this yet. We're not ready to move over to new industries just yet. This is still leading, very leading indicator right now. It's very telling, and it held quite well. So I didn't get too worried. Didn't sell off anything. Didn't get too panicked. Now, if this would have turned negative, I would have absolutely became a little panicked. But overall, everything held up pretty well. So FNGU, we did break out of this recent high, and we also have a bullish W pattern in here now on the FNGU, something like that right there, and we've broken out. So right now, quite bullish here with this chart. And we'll just kind of follow that, and I'll keep you posted throughout the day in the trading room. And I may post a little something about it in the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Stock Twits, if any of you are part of the social media game. SPY popped up well yesterday, but pulled back. And that's what started to give everyone a little nervousness here. But overall, I think the chart is starting to work. I mean, anything can happen. Today could be a total disaster before the end of the day. But let's take a look at price here, okay? Let's watch this price action. First of all, we've got a pretty nice bottom down here. We've got a hammer. We rallied up, pulled back, created a small-bodied bar compared to these two, and then an up bar. So what we have is a morning star signal here, and the fact that we've broken out of the first morning bar signal, the fact that we've broken out and we have confirmed it so far. Each candle has confirmed that, even on this bad candle over here day before yesterday. That's been confirmed because we're up above the morning star signal. Now, we could see a pullback and fill in that gap a little bit more than what it's done. We could do that and still be very bullish. Now, I don't think anyone's going to like it coming from, what are we opening up about right here? No one is going to like it if we come back down here. And that will create a little bit of disturbance amongst traders. So we don't really want that to happen, but it wouldn't be horrible, just hurt a little. But right now, we're looking pretty good here. Looks like we're opening up around 338.65. Keep in mind that I'm 2 hours, this video is being made 2.5 hours ahead of, hour and a half ahead of market open, hour and a half. So anything can happen. A little bit of resistance in here. Let's go ahead and put a little line right up in there. There we go. We've got yesterday's high, and we've got these candles over here creating some resistance. We start breaking through, then the next thing we're going to look for is to take on these highs over here back in on 916, 910, 99, 98, right through here. So that actually might be a pretty good target. We get through that, and the bulls may really try to take off. So let's keep an eye on this. A little caution until we actually break out and get going. VXX absolutely, really no fear yesterday. We're trying to put in. Yesterday closed with a little small-bodied candle, spinning top doji here, but it looks like we're opening up a little less. So again, no fear in the market. We just can't get going, and you can see the downtrend is still clearly to the downside. IYT transports, they didn't give us any help yesterday at all, and we're kind of looking at this. This head and shoulders right in here, kind of setting up right now. So the big question here is, are we going to give it up and just totally break down, or are we just going to, move back and forth and slowly climb up? I do think we need to keep an eye on that. So let's just do that here. Trend indicator seems to be fairly good. We got a little bit red over here, but overall, we're still doing pretty good. Let's just keep an eye here. If we do start heading down below those lows, that would create a serious problem for the market. This cumulative 4-week high low T2123. Keep in mind, this is just simply the difference, the numbers between the issues reaching new highs and new lows during a 4-week period. And what I'm kind of watching is, this is a 3-bar chart, by the way, 130 minutes 3-bar chart. And here we are moving sideways, just like we did about right in here. And we actually did it, a little bit right here as well. Right there. Okay. So what we need to see is, what we did not see over here, we did not see this break to the upside and turn our trend indicator green. Well, that's what I'm watching here. If we break to the upside, turn our trend indicator green, that would mean that there's some new highs being made, and it might be starting to shift, at least for a short term shift where there's some new highs being made versus new lows being made. When we start to see new highs being made, what that's going to do is put a little bullishness in the market, and we could get a nice little run until it changes. So we'll keep an eye on that right there. Okay, let's, here, a couple things that we did yesterday is I ended up selling my Twitter yesterday for a little bit, just 5.5%. Nothing big, but I didn't want to lose that. Now I'm still looking at Twitter for a buy. I still like it. It just, the way I trade the Road to Wealth account, is I like to take profits. I'm not ashamed of 5% profits. I'll take them all day long. What I don't want is 5% losses, and I don't want 10, 20, 30% losses. My goal is to take money so that we can double the account, and then double the account, then double, just like that. So I still like Twitter, but I just felt the need to take a little money off the table, limit some risk. One thing I want to do going into the weekend is I want to be pretty much no risk. There's a chance that I'll be in 100% cash going into the weekend, and there's a chance that I'll have just a couple positions. But no matter what I end up deciding, whether it's going to be a couple positions or total cash, guarantee I will eliminate as much risk as I possibly can going into the weekend. So if Twitter kind of hangs out here, which it looks like it's opening up, and if it starts to get bullish, I mean, I'll certainly get back into Twitter. I'm still looking 47.90 for the first target up here before it starts moving up higher. If it was to pull back here, which is really what I wanted, pull back here, Then if it gives us some buy signals, then I'll start looking at buying in this area again. So Twitter's still on the plate, but I did take off some profits. A couple days ago, we bought some SONO, and I sold my SONO up here for 13%. We bought some SONO in here. Remember now, it was an option buy. I buy everything directional options, simple directional options. So we bought it in here. We moved up. I sold it for 13%. Not at the tippy top high, but awfully close to it. Looks like we're going to open up near this 1550. Now I think SONO still has a good upper target. Again, we are all about taking profits. Taking profits is what helped us grow our account from $5,000 to $78,000 in less than 30 months. So we're going to continue to do the same thing with the new account that we have. So we took our money, we protected it, eliminated risk, and we'll look at buying it back. SONO, I think, is an excellent chart, and we need to keep that on the watch list. We keep track of that one. So that was mostly what I did yesterday. I did add to my Marvel. I did add to that. So Marvel was down. It started moving up, showing me signs of bullishness. I added to my Marvel. It looks like we're opening up higher. So thumbs up on Marvel. Marvel should turn out to be a pretty good trade here this morning. With a little luck, the market working in our favor, we should see this 41.20. Maybe today, maybe not today. But that certainly is what I'm looking for the first place to start peeling off some of those profits. All right, let's take a look at a few trade ideas I have for today that I'm adding to the watch list. DHI is acting pretty good here. Hey, I want to remind everybody that earnings, there's a few coming up on earnings here, so make sure you keep an eye on that. Earnings, it can be good, but it can be bad. A lot of people I've talked to, they don't know that they're holding through earnings. Their earnings turns out to be, well, it really doesn't matter whether the earnings are good or bad. But what happens to the charts sometimes is it just does this and kills them. So you really have to decide. You really, really, really want to hold through earnings. So just make sure you're aware of the dates. On TC2000, I can put it up here and I can see it real easy. Honestly, I think most quality chart programs, you have a way to see earnings very quick. So keep that, make that one of your tools. That's a good tool. Okay, so DHI, DR Horton has been trending up. We've got there we go. Low to a higher low, higher high, double bottom, and now we're breaking out over this top right there, right in that area. So I'm looking for 83.60 is a place to maybe take some profits. Inside this green area right here, the buy box, this might be a good area to look for an entry. So an entry day in there, we could easily walk to this trend line as well. So if you buy early today, tomorrow, before it gets to the trend line, you just might have to hold it a bit. Make sure you keep your stops on. Limit your risk. Another chart. How about some space? So 3 days ago, space broke out here. Let's look at the trend indicator. There we go. Yesterday, space broke out. This big old downtrend line. We've had 2 days of a pullback now, and so what I'm waiting on is just a buy signal. If I'm looking at space, I'm thinking 2670, 2680 up here for a target. Then we start getting into this top area. If you want to put the line up here at the top, that's perfectly fine. No matter what you do, or no matter what I do, I'm going to end up following price action anyway. So these are a couple of possible target areas. what we're going to do is follow that price action, follow the bulls as the bulls take it up. Now, so far we don't have a buy signal, but if I do start to get a buy signal, live trading alerts will alert me. I don't have to stare at it. Live trading alerts will, like I say, will alert, and then I can look at the chart and decide if I actually want to buy the chart then, or maybe wait for something else. But mainly, let's get it on the watch list, and let's watch for a good buy area before it starts pushing up a little higher there. All right, another one I have is Etsy. Hey, I want to remind everybody that, if you like these videos, we would really appreciate it here at Hit Run Candlesticks if you let us know that you like them by giving us a thumbs up. Maybe share it, the video, with your buddies, your trading buddies. Just give them the link to the video if you think the video is worthwhile. If you would like to see other things in the video, leave me a note. You can leave comments. Leave me a note, and I will try to work other things in. Maybe there's some things you don't really care to see. Let me know that too. Like maybe you don't care what I may have bought and sold yesterday. Well, if I get enough people that says, "Hey, Rick, we really don't like that," then okay. I'll pull that out and we'll replace it with something else. So please, feel free to share it. Feel free to leave a comment. And always, we welcome you to subscribe. It doesn't hurt. It's painless. It doesn't cost you anything. And the truth of it is, it's a great way to get some education and maybe a different idea on trading a little bit. So give it a shot. Anyway, thank you very much. Okay, Etsy. Let's take a look at Etsy here. Really, I would like Etsy to pull back a little bit into this green box. I'll look for that for a buy. If we're able to buy in that green box, man, we're looking at less than a 3% stop. That's pretty reasonable. And then with a target up into this green box area, 134 to 140, that's around 11.5%. That would be a nice little trade right there. So ideally, this is kind of what we're looking for, and then up we go like that. Another one is CUCOM. CUCOM is hanging right in there. We've got a nice little double bottom here. We've rallied up. We're testing these highs right now. We're consolidating the last two bars. We're inside the green box, the buy area. Looks like we're going to open up slightly above. I'm not afraid to be a buyer up here. In fact, heck, let's do this. Let's move this up so we're right in there. There we go. Right in there. So with the stop around 115.75, maybe we should put that just a tad lower. Let's go a little lower. There we go. And let's see if we can put together a buy 119.86. That's 4.25% for a stop. You can adjust that to your liking. Some people may want to bring it down further. Some people want to make it tighter. Remember, a stop is, look, there's no right or wrong place to put a stop. There's no right or wrong place to buy a position. You, the individual, you've got to create this plan like this, and it's very simple to do. Create this plan where you can see the possibilities, and when you get those possibilities, you take advantage of one when you are alerted, and you've got your safety net on, and then you've got your profit target up here, which is about 11% on this. So like I say, it's very, very simple to do, but you have to do it. You have to make that plan. And who cares whether this is actually bought? Let's do this. What if you buy it up here? There's nothing magical about this area right here. Nothing magical at all. You could buy it here. You just have to set your plan up. Very simple, very easy. I would be more than happy to help anybody. Come on, excuse me, come on in the trading room, and give it a shot. I mean, I'll be glad to point out how you can do this, and you don't have to, you don't have to be a buyer down here to make money. I could be a buyer here and make plenty good money. I'd be tickled pink with 8%. Now, keep in mind, this is 8% on the stock. I'm going to trade the directional option, and that's going to be closer to 20%. And that's how you make some money. So please, remember to make your plan. Get your plan out there, okay? Another chart is Apple. Let's take a look at Apple. Now, I'm a little bummed. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little bummed. I wanted Apple to move a little lower. And I suppose there's still a chance that could happen. But right now, it's not looking that way. So I really wanted Apple to get down to about $100, and I was pretty much going to back the truck up and buy some Apple. This was going to be, I was going to buy two different accounts. I was going to buy one account, my trading account, buy some Apple, and then I was going to put Apple in my longer term account as well. Well, didn't happen, did it? That's okay. Apple's starting to move up. I may still look at buying it here. So we've got a low, a high, a higher low, and we're up to a higher high now. I'm at the moment thinking the next little move for Apple might be near this 124.25. Apple can certainly go higher. I'm just looking for the next move. Once we get through this area, then we'll worry about maybe challenging this top up here at 137.70. But so far, nice little move up, great little consolidation right in here. Let's watch for a buy. Let's just put that buy box in there like that. And then, like I said, our next, what I think anyway, is the next profit zone would be 124.25. We'll reevaluate whether you buy or you hold, for that next move up. But right now, Apple's looking pretty good. Also, you might want to keep an eye on Apple just in general. Apple is so big, it's so rich that it moves, the market moves. So we want to keep an eye on Apple. Intel. Okay, here's the only bummer right now about Intel. It has earnings about, 21 days from now. So that's kind of a bummer. It really is. But let's move past that. We break out, which it looks like we're going to attempt that today. We break out of these candles here. A good profit zone looks like around this 56.75, somewhere in that green box up there. And from there, another profit zone would be up here around 61.50. So far, it's constructing a pretty nice bottom, got to admit. Nice bullish W pattern setting up down here. There we go. Nice bullish W pattern. We're right at that breakout point. It could break out today. I know there's a few hit and run candlestick members that are already in this. Congratulations, folks. So let's just keep an eye here right now. Are we going to pull back? We pull back. This could be a buying opportunity. Are we going to break out? This could be a buying opportunity. And then test. This could be a buying opportunity in there. So we'll be watching Intel, again with that target of 56.70 and then on up to about 61. Make sure you put your stops in, and it has earnings on 10/22. Len, let's take a look at Len, L-E-N. I'm looking at $91. And when we get to $91, the reality is 100 is right around the corner. So I can see $100 in this. We've got a nice visual of rising lows here. We've got a nice top where the bulls couldn't break us out. We finally broke out yesterday. That's a sign that the bulls are flowing in a little bit more than the bears, and that'll push the bears out of the way. Typical, nothing really changes. Put the buy box on there. Look for the buy in this area. What was resistance now becomes support. Let's look for that 91.50 area, green box area, for a good place to protect your money, pull off some profits, and then maybe we run right up to $100 after that. Alrighty. Again, today was Thursday. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. I want to thank you all for being here. And like I asked before, if you like the video, let us know. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us some comments. If you have questions, leave those comments. I'll try to answer them in future videos. And share it with your buddies. Thanks a lot, everyone. Good trading today, and I'll see you in the trading room.